Alright, so this is the door motor plug. You normally see it from this angle right here. So when you see these numbers right here, kind of want to think of them backwards. So ground is right here, ground is right here. So this is our ground. We'll just move it over here. This is number 6. Number 6 is going to get wrapped up with number 3. So this is blue-red. Should be able to see it. It's blue-red. And this should be solid blue. These 2 wires at the digital climate control should be going into number 22. This is for mode 3. Next one, it's going to be number 5. Number 5 right here should be a blue wire with a black stripe. It should be LB. LB goes straight to pin 31. You see it right here. Pin 31, pin 31. This is what this one should go to. So these 2, I'm going to spin them together. These 2 should join. Again, this is number 1 and number 4. So again, from the pin, should be 1 right here, 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 4. Should be connecting at your digital climate control in slot number 30. So I guess to make this just less confusing, just pay attention to whatever color the wires are on your thing. Kind of write it down in a notebook. Again, this is how the FSM identifies these. So if you're working from the back of the plug, just switch the numbers around. It'll make it easier for you, but it can get really confusing fast if you don't know what orientation you should be looking at these from. The last wire that we're to deal with, mine is in the number 2 slot, and it is a blue-yellow, and according to the picture here, blue-yellow, number 2, so this actually matches. This is probably from an S13 and not a S14, based off the wire colors I'm looking at. But again, it doesn't matter. The pinout's the same, and I believe they utilize the same mode door motor. So number 2 from here goes to number 21, which is mode 1. And again, see, here's another doozy. I have a green-yellow wire. I should have a green-orange wire. I have a red-yellow wire. This is the same color as illumination negative. So if you run a dimmer in your car, this is the same color as lighting wire. So very important to pay attention to the pins. So this pin on the outside would be number 8, and this one would be number 7. You want number 8 from your digital climate control to go to number 5, or from this plug to your digital climate control, you want this to go to number 5. This guy right here, number 7, you want this to go to plug number 6 at your digital climate control. Now, there is a possibility that these need to be reversed, so this is why you want to remove your dashboard. If you don't want to remove your dashboard, don't. It's just going to make your life a lot easier when you cycle through all of the mode door functions. The Japanese car, this motor is on this side of the car. It's oriented this way, and in the USDM car, this is oriented this way. So there is a possibility, because it uses the exact same motor in the Japanese and USDM car, and it's oriented a different way, that the Japanese one obviously is going to go reverse than what the US one is to do all of the other door functions. So logically, you would want to change these. So this one right here, if you have problems and all of your doors are going, you know, in reverse, like when you go to blow air at your face and it's blowing air on your windshield, you just take these two wires and reverse them. You can reverse them at the digital climate control just by unpinning them, or if you want, I wouldn't recommend opening up this clip to repin the wires. I mean, it's fairly easy to do, but this is like a whole little operation where you have to wedge something in this little area right here, lift this out, and then you pull it out to where these teeth aren't holding the wires in, and then you can stick a depinning tool in here and lift up and pull your wires out. But normally, because these things are like 20 years old, they're very brittle, so these normally break, or in my case, in my car, this broke. So anyways, hopefully you found this video informative. Again, if you would like to see this entire write-up, you can go to my blog at omicron.blogspot.com, and this is probably like one of the most controversial like parts of the car. Another thing I want to state, I don't have the motor up here with me, but what I would recommend doing is taking the motor loose and then cycling through all of the functions just to see which way it's going. And then on the actual blower door itself, if you're paying attention to which way the arms are moving, you can move it yourself, and you can look at the openings of the vents to see if it's, you know, going in the right direction, if all of the motor functions match, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't, but if you read the guide, it'll make some sense. Peace.